Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Hair's a mess. Just got back from my walk out there. It's raining and getting worse, like heavier rainfall. So I had to cut that thing short. Sucks. Got a package in the mail from Wish. I ordered this way before. I ordered this even before I went on vacation. That's how slow Wish is on ordering their stuff. But it's here. It made it. So we're going to open it up and show you what we got here. Been spending a lot of money lately. Mostly on preparedness items. But I'm going to get into actually what I also spent for the Off-Grid Tiny House. And you could say the food preps are for that too, I imagine, because it's true. Oh, that's going to be something else. Yeah, it's just damp, cold, dark day, and it sucks. Totally sucks. Just like whoever packed this. Wow. They sure used a lot of tape. Oh, a tiny little box inside of there. That's it for that. So, peel stick right. So this is a 45 centimeter by 200 centimeter whiteboard. And that way I can peel it out, put it on a surface, and write on it with this little marker that did not come with it. But I can pick those markers up from the Dollar Tree. No big deal. So here is, this thing is massive. Huge whiteboard. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting this onto like a Bristol board as opposed to the walls inside the tiny house. Uh-oh, I guess it comes with a pen. I can hear that. Yeah, there's a pen in there. That's good. So that's pretty big. Big whiteboard. So I can write examples and stuff for you guys, the viewers, for the Off-Grid Tiny House channel and little dot. And this is coming in just in time because got some huge news coming for the Off-Grid Tiny House, guys. So hopefully you guys stay tuned, subscribe, and we get some better weather so I can get back over there, because I got a ton of work to do over there, like I said. So I won't need this. Other cool stuff that I was out and about. In my prepping, I stumbled upon a grow light from the dollar store. Ooh. 60 watts. It's a 60 watt equivalent, but it only uses 9 watts. It's an LED full spectrum grow light. Wow, the camera light is just brutal in this thing. 5-year warranty, $4 for this light. I've been using it yesterday and today because I picked it up yesterday. And I picked this up with some large heavy-duty plastic drop sheets just in case, you know, for Charlie Victor, in case I gotta do something. Produces spectrum wavelength for plant growth. Blue 450 and red 650. And yeah, made in China, of course. This LED grow light is ideal to start seedlings in spring and maintain herb gardens in the winter. The blue light promotes growth in leafy plants, and the red light encourages budding, flowers, and fruiting. These combined color spectrums help support photosynthesis response, chlorophyll A and B, and improves the plant structure. Benefits of using this light: ideal for plant species. Ideal for any plant species. Low energy consumption, low heat emission. So that was pretty good. It is super bright. Maybe I'll bring you up there sometime and show you that. And and since I'm at my parents' house, I can use it here. Now I do have, if you guys have been following my channel, I do have 12 volt full spectrum LED grow lights that I will be incorporating this coming spring summer. But we're still kind of super late fall and the weather is completely crap. So I'll get to that. Next, I bought 2 plumbing fittings that cost me about $40 grand total. Expensive. Now you guys know why I can't get much done. First, I got a SharkBite ball valve 1/2 inch. Make sure it works. Closed. Open. Sesame. And I also bought a 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2 SharkBite T fitting. And what am I going to use these for at the off-grid tiny house? Well, I wish I had my whiteboard ready to go, but I can't at the moment. At the rain harvester, guys, I think I talked about this. When the pipe, when my plumbing goes down to the bottom tank, and you know how I have, it goes down and there's like a shut-off valve on the floor, big one. It's what big red handle, white, and, and then it curves around and goes into goes down into PEX, from ABS down to PEX, and that's where I normally keep my pump hooked up into that. Well, basically what I'm going to do is remove the small piece of 1/2 inch that's coming out of that, that's basically sitting on the floor, and I will be drilling a hole out through the wall of the tiny house, 1/2 inch size. We're going to run that 1/2 inch pipe, connect it back into the ABS. I'm probably going to have to discard that small fitting that I have that's in there now, that's fine. But I'm going to run a new piece of 1/2 inch plastic, run it over in a straight line, put the T in that you just saw me show, and then the pump, the 12 volt pump, will get plugged into the top portion of the T, and then this continuous line will continue to go near the wall. Just before the wall, I will put the ball valve shutoff in, and then I'll continue another piece of PEX outside of the tiny house with possibly a small elbow down. I'm not going to buy a SharkBite 90 and put it on outside because somebody could take it off and steal it, and plus it's too much money for that. I'm just going to rig something where the water gets away and goes down, as opposed to just letting it shoot straight out, because it'll probably back up and hit the trailer if I do that. So not good. So I'm just going to put I'll rig something outside where it just goes down without spending a whole lot of money, because you know how tight the budget is. Anyways, what will that do? Well, it will do a lot. The majority of the time, the ball valve will be closed. Okay? That way, the water can go up and get fed into the pump and do what it normally does. But in wintertime mode or in an emergency, I will open the ball valve up, and it will dump any excess water out of the system to the outside. And I've never had that, and I need it badly because, you know, you guys seen the floods I've had in the past with my building this little experiment. But so like this will be kind of like the final nail in the coffin on the rain catchment system, which is good. And it cost me $40 plus I'll need I think I can scrounge up some half-inch PEX pipe, and I think that'll work out. And that way, you know, I can manually control everything, wintertime, seasonal, and then it'll be an emergency dump outside, so I don't have to keep, remember before, guys, I was sliding pans under it and doing pan dumps into the sink, which was, I had to do that like 50 times in a row because there was so much water at some point. So that's going to be totally eliminated. It'll be going outside the trailer. I can just open a valve, ta-da, automated, done. So that's the plan. And that's the other thing. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, guys, I purchased, well, first off, one of my Patreon members, Pierre, he's been looking out for me for windows and wood stoves and stuff that I can afford, so big shout out to him and thanks for that. But I've been thinking about what are we going to do for the tiny house as backups. And I need a proper large wood stove. The Cubic Mini Grizzly is okay in not Canadian climates and not in the size house that tiny house that I'm in. Maybe it works, but it works okay, but it's never gonna heat the place as a backup. So what I'm planning on doing, and I talked to Pierre about this over Facebook, and well, I haven't talked about this part yet, but I told him, you know, all these wood stoves you're showing me are great and everything for $100 here and there, but I have to deadlift this thing 5 feet up in the air, maybe 6 feet, just to get it inside the tiny house. And you guys know how heavy wood stoves are. I don't have a forklift, right? And I like my spine and my back. It works good so far. So yeah. So what I did, and I've known about this. I've researched this before and looked at it, and so I took the plunge, and I spent. They used to be $50, but since I'm in Canada and everything's more expensive, it cost me $80, guys. And what did I buy? I bought a barrel stove kit, cast iron, shipping included and import fees included and taxes included. So $80 later, I bought a barrel stove kit. Now if you Google that, even on Amazon, Google that on there, in the search bar, you will see what I'm talking about. And I have a line on a 55-gallon steel drum that I will convert into a large fireplace that I will be using in the tiny house trailer, off-grid tiny house trailer. Now, a lot of work will have to go into that. A lot. That means the layout of the off-grid tiny house is going to change. So I'm going to need your guys' help in that for sure. I need to know best position for the barrel stove. Now, first off, I do not plan on moving either of the heat sources that are there now, so just keep that in mind. So, most likely, the wall that I put up in the tiny house that has the TV on it and everything will be going. It will be gone. Opening it up fully. And I plan on, this is my idea for positionings of it so far. You have my entrance door, my bed's right across. If I take the wall out and maybe move the bed somewhere, I don't know where yet, but I want the wood stove to go into the storage area, maybe a couple feet just past the wall, but center in the tiny house so I can walk around it either side. Now, the other thing that I'm going to ensure to do is I'm going to keep the barrel stove as close to the floor as possible without having a fire. It has short little stubby cast iron legs, that's fine in the kit, which is good, but I still need to build some type of hearth, so I'm going to need your guys' advice on that. And remember guys, I'm on a deep frugal budget here. So, you know, keep that in mind. Ideas are great, but unless you're sending me the funds to implement them, then, you know, I gotta weigh my options. I think everybody knows that. So, next. We gotta figure out the hearth situation and why I'm keeping the barrel low to the floor. Couple reasons. I gotta have lots of draft for it to work properly, right? And closer to the floor means more heat stays inside the building. Ching! And I also have to be concerned about ceiling. The pipe will be close to the ceiling, which means I need some kind of option like cement board or something to make a barrier to stop any, you know, possible fire from happening on the ceiling, etc., etc. Then I also have to spend money on stovepipe, and especially the expensive double wall stuff that I need to go out horizontally. Now I'm not going out horizontally right away like you see the Cubic Mini Grizzly. I'm going to have the barrel stove low to the ground, have a nice big stack with an elbow, and go out horizontally and into some kind of triple wall or double wall pipe out through wall, and then I'll have to build a small little stack out of that stuff out there. So yeah, lots of work ahead. And actually, to help raise money, since I'm out of work at the moment, and actually I've been out of work for 3 months, and to help raise some extra funds, my parents got a flyer in the mail about people buying gold and silver and stuff, and they also are looking for baseball cards, sports cards, and comic books. So I actually have a good selection of stuff from my childhood, and I'm going to cash it all in for whatever I can get, because I don't even look at the stuff. It's just taking up space. Never was interested in it too much. It was more of a collectible thing, so I'm going to cash that in. Now, I may not get the best deal because it's one of these traveling roadshow things, but it'll be cash is king, guys, right? Cash is king. And 2 plumbing fittings, $40. That's half of the cost of the barrel stove kit. That's stupid. So you see the prices I got to deal with up here in Canada, guys. You guys are extremely lucky in the States that you guys keep the prices so low. Definitely. So anyways, that is the upcoming plans for the Off-Grid Tiny House this spring, summer. Also got to put that window in. So guys, think about that. I'm actually going to put the window in last, because I got to figure out. I'm not going to put the window in until we have the barrel stove done and completed and installed, because then I can figure out where the best option is. But and also my bed is pretty much crap. It was a used bed from my brother. It's only a single. So I eventually am going to talk to my buddy Pierre and get a deal from him on something. And but that'll be later because they're actually calling for recession and stuff with the Charlie Victor still going on, and I don't blame them. And like I said, I'll get into that part in another video, but yeah, that's what's going on, guys. So if you like my content or want to continue to support me in some way, thumb up my videos. And if you want to do some financial help to me, that would be awesome. You could do like a one-time donation to my Patreon, or become a Patreon member for only $1 a month. That way you get all my content about a month early before it hits YouTube, and you can always chat with me there, no problem. And then you'll be credited in all my future videos as long as you stay a subscriber, and it helps me out big time, guys. I know $1 isn't, $1's not much, but the more Patreon members I get, the better, because YouTube's really cutting me down pretty good financially. I used to make a decent amount of money before the SJWs started screwing us on YouTube. I almost used to make $200 a month from my YouTube channel. Now I'm down to about $50. Okay, that's a huge loss. That pays my rent. I used to be able to pay rent and get stuff done just from YouTube, and that was before I even had Patreon. But now I need Patreon more than ever, and it's the only way I think I can move forward, basically. Now, so right now, guys, just an update for my Patreon members, and for you guys, the public as well, because this video is going public as well. All my Patreon money is being saved, and I'm about 5 months away so far from, I think 5 months, about five more months. I should have enough money now to buy another lithium ion phosphate battery, the same one that I have, the Life Power 100 amp hour, and I will be paralleling them, giving me 200 amp hours of storage. That just gives me the peace of mind that I can, I can already go overnight with it, but with a parallel set like that, I don't even have to worry about anything anymore. And I've kind of actually this battery, it was a learning curve. I abused it a little bit, but not really bad. It was more figuring out how the temperature, internal safeties worked on it, the temperatures and the over voltage and the under voltage discharge. I never got to the under voltage actually, because I baby it. And yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. So just to let everybody know. So we'll see you guys on the next one.